Broadcasting to the world. It's the CK Mornings In Case You Missed It podcast with Chris, Allanah, and Matt. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. From our mouths to your ears, here's what you missed.
This is interesting, very interesting. I'm not sure how the HR conversation would go. We're dedicating the early part of the show to love this week for Valentine's Day.
Lovely.
Which is coming up on Friday. So this is, more often than not, I hope, is something to do with love. You remember how mental health days became, I say popular, but accepted.
Yeah, more highlight on them and the importance of them.
Exactly. So you got your sick days, you got mental health days. Sometimes you have family days. And, like as a parent, sometimes things come up and I got to take a family day today. Or if you're like, I got to take a mental health day. And it's more accepted in the workplace than it was even 10 years ago. Yeah. Well, prepare yourself for another layer of sex days.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Sex days.
Days dedicated to sexual wellness. They would be dedicated time off for intimacy, health, and related needs. In a survey, 3 out of 5 employees support the idea of paid or unpaid sex days.
So I need more. Are you supposed 60%. To have sex on these days, or is this?
Well, that's what you would be taking.
Sex?
You'd be taking. Well, I guess that's up to you. I don't know if you have to explain that.
I just need a sex wellness day. What's more to say?
So they would dedicate that because, intimacy, health, and related needs. It's good for you. 60% of employees say, it'd be good for that. Half of employees who have taken a, quote, sex day reported increased productivity. 1 in 5 people said they would feel comfortable approaching their manager about taking a sex day or a sexual wellness day.
Well, I was going to say, you go to the manager and say, I need a sex wellness day. I guarantee you're not getting any questions asked.
It's already like, the three of us, we don't take a lot of sick days.
No.
And one of the things is, I have a hard time just requesting a sick day because you have to put on a whole act. Oh, I'm just not feeling well. I don't do that. A mental health day, I've never taken one. I'm not saying it's bad. I've never have. Mm-hmm. I would have such a hard time going to the boss and saying, listen, I'm well, I'm feeling well, the head's in the right spot, but you know what? It's just time.
What's the fake act you put on for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's apparently becoming more popular.
Huh.
I'd be curious to know who's using this. Like, I don't know, me as a single person going through a dry spell. Can I go and say, I need a sexual wellness day?
This is what would happen. I would say it, the HR guy would laugh and fall off his chair. Hey, listen, I'm going to need Tuesday off. Okay. Sure you do. No, really, I ain't going to. Yeah, okay. On a Tuesday? And then I would just cower, and then I would have to take a mental health day.
Well, they sound close enough. You say sex day. I thought you meant sick day.
Yeah. What an awkward conversation that would be.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how you position it.
And is that something, sick days come up just sort of spur of the moment?
Yeah.
Is this something you have to plan out, or is this something that's expected? Just it's like, I'm going to really need tomorrow off.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure your partner's got the same
That's
thing,
true.
the same benefits at work.
And to be honest, I don't need all 8 hours. Could we just do a coffee break?
Yeah, I never thought about that. I don't think you need a whole day. I need a sex half an hour.
Yeah, exactly. Can I just take 16 of these out to equal a full day? I'm gonna bust out of here half an hour early today. Because and you just give them the knowing wink, wink.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure to say you have a whole day off.
A whole day?
What do you think you are? Sing?
That's what would get the biggest laugh. But hey, it could become popular in the workplace.
Well,
honestly, look around this workplace. Who do you want to know is taking this day? I don't want to know anyone. It's Matt's time to shine. He is on the scene of the weirdest, wackiest local crimes of the week. It's Matt's Crime Beat. What do you got this week, Matt?
All right, so it's amazing to me the kind of calls police have to deal with on a daily basis. And one of these is to put out a reminder. The OPP put out a reminder recently. While they do pick up some pests, they are not an animal removal service.
Oh.
And they issued a reminder after getting some calls about people who spotted a raccoon out during the day. They say they don't have the equipment to trap and house live animals or transport wild animals. Now, they tried this before, but ran into some problems, okay? So here's the problems they ran into with trying to catch raccoons. Number one, the handcuffs police have are too big. Raccoons and coyotes just slip right out of them.
Yep.
Now, the cougars, though,
Oh.
Handcuffs sometimes are effective on cougars, but sometimes it just gets them more excited. And you don't want an excited cougar on your hands.
That's a lot to handle. There's a lot going on.
Yep, so that's a big problem. Number 2, the raccoons don't listen to verbal commands.
Yep.
Anyone who's tried telling a raccoon to put its hands behind its back knows exactly what I'm talking about. Number 3, tasers don't necessarily work on raccoons. This was kind of a discovery for me. I was reading a story from 2008 in Dallas. A raccoon was shot by a taser, didn't affect it at all. Another case in New Jersey, 2019, same thing. Taser shot a raccoon, didn't work. So if you see raccoons out during the day, you may want to call a private animal service instead. They're much better equipped to deal with it.
I like that you did your homework.
Yeah, well, I was going to do the research.
Yeah, I feel like I learned a lot. I'm
Yeah.
not even sure what to say.
Okay, so the next one we have here is I just recently learned there's such thing as a catch and release warrant. I guess the idea behind it is you catch the criminals, take down their information, then release them back into the wild again. Now, what I'm not clear on is whether there are seasons, just like fishing. You know, certain times of the year you can keep people accused of certain crimes. So, for example, bass season in Ontario is like late June to November. So is there a catch and release season for people violating release conditions or like bail conditions? You know, is it always open season? I still got to do some research on that one.
This is a free fishing weekend in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
There you
This
go.
is
That free, so is this like the freebie weekend?
Yeah, I know that sometimes police go up and down if they're trolling along Wallace Street in Wallaceburg. I see that one come up quite often. You can catch some catch and release there.
The old catch and release criminal deal.
And then the last thing I learned this week was police have a catchy new acronym when they're asking for tips. It's the Help Us Solve This Case, or the HUSTC. That's a bit of a mouthful, so I like to call it the Hustica.
The Hustica.
Yeah, it's very catchy.
Rolls
isn't it?
off
Yeah,
the tongue.
Exactly.
very
74-year-old guy was hit by on a mobility scooter, was hit by a car earlier over the weekend, and they issued a Hustica. So if anyone has a Hustica, you should contact police.
It sounds like the Dutch treat, Matt. The chocolate sprinkles, the Hagelslag.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's maybe why it sounds so familiar to me.
No, that's why you bonded with that. The
So
Hustica.
if you can Hustica, give police a call today.
You know, I want some Hagelslag. Try to do this as least political as possible. Okay. So Google Maps has now listed the Gulf of Mexico for American users as the Gulf of America. For those in Mexico, it's still the Gulf of Mexico. For everybody else, us included, when you look at it, it says Gulf of Mexico bracket Gulf of America.
Okay, that's what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah. So, but if you're in the U.S., you dial up from the U.S., it's going to say America, Mexico's going to say Mexico, and everybody else is getting the double meaning on the Google Maps. This is after Trump renamed the area. There's so many other things going on in the world that's what we're worried about.
Yeah, I don't get it.
So it's now Gulf of America / Gulf of Mexico. I tried this morning to change Lake Erie to the Gulf of Ontario on Google Maps. It wouldn't accept my request. I thought, let me just see if I can do it. It didn't allow it.
Yeah, because I don't know how this works. It hasn't been officially renamed, has
Well,
it? So
Google said they wouldn't change it until there was something from government sources, and apparently there has been. So that's
you can just rename it.
all the things going on in the world. That's what they did. Now there's a congressman from Georgia. His name's Buddy Carter. Buddy Carter from Georgia. And it seems to fit. He wants to change the name of Greenland to Red, White, and Blue Land. No lie. He introduced a bill called the Red, White, and Blue Land Act of 2025. If it passes, it would also give President Trump congressional approval to negotiate with Denmark to buy Greenland. And that's just like he wants to take over Canada, right? He's claimed it's important for America's national security. Denmark themselves don't seem too keen to sell. They've actually launched a petition. Somebody in Denmark has launched a petition that they're going to try to buy California. And they've got over 200,000 signatures. But I'm not lying when I tell you that a Republican congressman has introduced the Red, White, and Blue Land Act. Red, White, and Blue Land. This is Buddy Carter, and I will die on that hill.
I mean, what's there to say? I don't know what's going on anymore.
I said we don't have to get political. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you news, guys.
Wow. Yeah.
Like, what's stopping them, though, with this whole 51st state thing of, like, changing the name, like, trying to do something like that? If they're doing this to Greenland, like, what's stopping them? They want to...
Yeah, what would they rename us?
Don't even throw that out there. I don't want Buddy Carter in charge of anything. We're all biting our tongues.
I know.
Yeah, just kidding. Yeah.
Let's float that out there, and we'll just leave that there. Okay? Because that's what's happening in the world right now.
Huh.
It's happening.
This is wild times we live in.
If my name ain't Buddy Carter, and what is his name really, Buddy Carter?
Probably if someone renamed him
That's
that. You're going to sound more American. You don't sound American enough.
His name was like something else, and they're like, nope, we're going to call you Buddy Carter. You're the Republican congressman from Georgia. That's right, I'm Buddy Carter, and I'm out here changing names. Red, white, and blue land sounds wonderful. Like, what happens if they do pass that? And
Where does it end?
Don't give them that power. They're just changing names all over the place. You give Buddy Carter an inch, I'll take
give
a
him
yard.
an idea.
That guy gets in trouble. Man, oh man.
Classic Buddy.
It's happening on Friday. It's Valentine's Day. It's Day of Love, and we are going to be just celebrating, just bursting at the seams with love. It's our Win a Wedding Day, and we're going to be over at the Civic Center for some civil wedding ceremonies. We have 4 couples total, and we're going to meet couple number 3. This is Dana and Devon, who is our third couple that will be getting married. Good morning, Dana. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Very good. Now, I know you're nervous. We're not going to ask anything crazy. We just want to know about where your love blossomed. How long have you been with Devon?
So it'll be 15 years this year, actually, since high
15.
school.
Oh, since high school.
High school sweethearts.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
So talk us how this kind of came to be. Did you hear this? We were talking about it on the radio. You brought the idea up to Devon. How did it all work out for you guys?
So I applied, just heard it on the radio, thought it was probably something kind of fun to do, and Devon didn't find out until actually last week when we found out.
Oh, wow.
And what was his reaction to you're going to get married at the radio station?
He was more surprised that I did it. I'm not spontaneous, but
No, not to dig into your personal lives too much, but 15 years. Like, why hasn't this happened yet? Has this been a discussion? Has this been a hot button issue in the relationship?
it has. We were planning for fall this year, but of course I just maybe didn't want to wait any longer.
Oh, why not? Let's do this. This will be fun.
So you guys go ring shopping and stuff yet, or?
Yes, I got my wedding band last night.
Oh, wow. This is awesome.
Oh, this is so insane. And you were telling us off air when we first called you, Dana, the only thing really left in the planning is you got to figure out the hair situation.
I think that's pretty well it. My toddler needs a haircut, and I think I just need my hair done Friday morning. But other than that, we're in pretty good shape.
Well, you plan pretty well for someone who's not usually spontaneous.
I think just because the week doesn't give you too much time to overthink.
That's true. This might be, it's like the kick in the butt. It's like, hey, you're getting married in a week, and it's happening. Let's go. You really don't have much else to think about.
Yes, I think it was good for me because then I don't have to stress out for the next year.
Well, that's awesome. That's so good. And we've heard that from most of our couples so far. They're like, we've, for whatever reason, it's been pushed off or it was coming. It's just, and it's, all of our couples so far have been like long-term relationships. Nothing like,
oh, really?
Yeah, it's not been like, we've known each other for 3 months. Let's do this. They've been just for whatever the reason is that it's just been delayed for whatever. Life happens, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so good. I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you. We're very excited. I'm nervous, of course, but excited.
Is your toddler excited?
Oh, yeah. Well, he doesn't know any different, but I think he'll have fun with you guys on Friday, that's for sure.
Oh, good. Well, maybe that's our job. Because so I don't know if you heard earlier this week, Allanah talked to couple number 1, and she's got a job as flower girl. Like, and don't feel any pressure. You don't have to have Matt and I do anything or Allanah do anything. But if you need like a babysitting duty, we can do that. That's like... We offer a daycare service while you're getting married.
That's good. I mean, 3 of you might be able to take the toddler. That's okay.
I could see. We might need someone to watch us.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
Maybe.
That's wild.
The door's closed. We're good.
That makes sense. Do we have anything else for Dana? Is Devon close by now? Is like, what's his thoughts on this? Like, because obviously you went and did it. Was he more just surprised than anything?
I think he's surprised that I did it, but he's at work. Actually, he starts at 7, so I'm hoping that he's listening, but I'm not sure.
All right, I'm loving this.
Yeah,
I am so excited that this all came together. Dana, when we brought this up, it was kind of just a dumb idea on the air. We were talking about something, And then it's kind of exploded, and we took all these applications. We had so many people register, and we're excited to get the 4 couples married on Friday. We're looking forward to this, Dana. This is going to be great.
Me too. I couldn't actually believe that I won. I don't win anything.
Well, this is it. This is it. You've won a radio contest and the love of your life.
True.
Can't beat it.
Love it.
Nice. Dana, we'll let you go. I know you're busy with the toddler running around the house this morning. We're looking forward to Friday. Win a wedding.
Thank you so much.
Big thanks to Dana for talking to us here this morning. Win a wedding couple number 3, Dana and Devon. Dana was uber nervous to talk to us this morning, so I
she
do
did
appreciate
great.
it. Yeah, that was great. Thank you so much for talking to us. It's happening on Friday. Win a wedding.
Wow.
We've got 4 couples that are going to get married. Matt and I have already decided our outfits, which didn't take much. I think
Easy for a guy.
dark blue, right, Matt?
Sure, yeah.
Is that what we're going with? Okay.
Yeah.
You wear a nice
What are you
suit.
wearing for a tie?
Just going plain. Just going straight blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
A woman, on the other hand, it's a whole different can of worms.
Oh, is it?
I've been thinking about my outfit for the past couple of days because it's a wedding. I want to be respectable. I want to look very nice for the couple's big day, something that's special for them. But there is a lot of rules when it comes to wedding guest etiquette, what to wear, what not to wear. So I've been going nuts. I've been looking around the last couple of days for something. And I put some options online yesterday. 3 options.
People are just, they love to weigh in, don't
I
they?
couldn't believe it, and I'm so grateful. Thank you for everyone who's weighed in. I feel so grateful for everyone's opinions on it because I can't choose. And I told you a couple weeks ago, when I can't choose, I'll message my friends pictures.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are my friends, so
I
this
love
is
to-
what happens. I don't even have to ask my friends.
I'm laughing here because you posted the pictures. There's 3 different outfits. Which one is best? 1, 2, or 3? And Dave says 1 or 3, but you need to show your face.
I know. So I was embarrassed, so I used my phone when I was taking the selfies. I didn't think about how dumb it would look when they're all in a line like that.
Oh, yeah.
But that's besides the point. So option 1 is a simple, nice black dress. Option 2 is a pink dress, which I thought would be good for Valentine's Day. One of the comments said it looked more like office attire, though, not really wedding attire. And I got a shout out. I got that one at New Life Thrift Store, a thrift store I went into for the first time the other day. Amazing thrift store. It's a Tommy Hilfiger dress I got for $7. If you like thrifting, New Life Thrift Store is great. And then option 3 is a long floral dress, but I didn't know if the patterns were too much. Back to option 1, the black dress. Someone texted in, Maureen texted in a few days ago and said you're not supposed to wear black to a wedding, so I'm not sure.
You're not?
I could see that though, like mourning, kind of like a funeral color. I'm not sure. So if anyone has any input, feel free to add that in there and text in. But a lot of people are going towards option 1, the black dress, or option 2 has been equally as popular. And Matt, what do you think? Chris heard me talking about it to death yesterday. But what do you think of the
Finally, I said,
options?
throw it online. Get me out of this conversation, please.
I don't know. Like, it's winter, so I was thinking maybe 3 because it's a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Do you think the pattern's too much? That was my fear with 3.
I don't think it's too much.
As we're talking, the messages are still blowing up. People are still weighing in.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. So I guess we're going to see. I'm not going to reveal it
Yeah,
to
don't
the day
reveal.
of.
Don't reveal.
That's just a dress. I got to do a separate post for the hair and makeup, I think. I'm just kidding.
Mamma mia.
Just kidding.
Go on our social media, 94.3 CKSY, and have a look. Help Allanah say yes to the dress. What dress is she wearing for Win a Wedding? Which one? 1, 2, or 3? We have got Weeknd tickets to see The Weeknd at Ford Field coming up on May 24th in Detroit. We are giving them away every single morning this week. And today we're doing a round of Matt on the Spot. It's 10 questions Alannah's put together, all Canadiana, all based something to do with Canada.
Made in Canada, since The Weeknd is from Canada. I thought it was fitting.
So, Matt, you've got 10 questions. This is your last call. I'll give you a couple seconds here. 519-354-8684. Pizza Tonight studio line. You got text us a number between 0 and 10. How many do you think Matt will get right? How many do you think Matt will get right? That number could win you tickets to go see The Weeknd.
All right. Guys ready?
Give us a second. Let's get a last call here.
Okay,
last
okay.
Call. A couple more people get in
Call
here.
for answers.
Oh, see all
Rolling
rolling
in,
in
they're
now.
trickling in.
They're rolling
Okay.
in. Weekend
Stragglers.
tickets every single morning this week, May 2-4 at Ford Field, Detroit. And I'm going to put the end right here. You are the last one in. Okay, so last one in.
All right. Now are we ready?
And go.
All right, Matt, how many oceans surround Canada? How many oceans surround Canada?
Good question. I guess the Arctic Ocean might be considered one, so I'll say 3.
He's got it. The
got
Arctic,
it.
Atlantic, and Pacific. 3 oceans.
1 for 1.
All right, Matt. What small Ontario city was Justin Bieber raised in and performed in often before being discovered on YouTube?
I go there often. Stratford, Ontario.
He's got it. Stratford.
2. Okay.
How many time zones does Canada have? How many time zones does Canada have?
You got West, you got Mountain. So it's Pacific, Central. You got
It's already blown me
Eastern,
away.
there's 3. I know that Newfoundland has its own time zone as well. So I'll say 4.
4. Allanah.
6.
6?
Oh.
Good guess.
Wow.
Yeah. that was-
You said it so convincingly.
breaking
I
it
thought you
down.
were
I'm trying to count
right.
them all across, but yeah, 6. Wow.
6 time zones. This one's an easy one. What flavor pizza was invented in Canada?
Pineapple pizza.
You got
Chatham,
it.
Ontario.
Seatown Hustle.
Only one Canadian artist has ever solo headlined the Super Bowl halftime show. Which artist was it?
Oh, man. Canadian artist.
The only one to solo headline Super Bowl halftime show. It was
Oh, man.
recent, the last
Recent?
5 years.
Easy
Oh,
with
wait.
the
No,
guess.
the Weeknd then.
We're giving them clues. All right. 4 to 5 so far.
What is Canadian Abel Tesfaye famous for?
Who?
Abel Tesfaye.
Abel Tesfaye.
Abel.
Abel
Abel
Tesfaye.
Tesfaye.
Abel Tesfaye.
What's he famous for?
Oh, I have no idea.
He's the Weeknd.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
my
his real
goodness.
name.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Psych! Got him.
All right, Canada has more of these types of restaurants per capita than any other country. I'll give you some options. So Canada has more of these types of restaurants per capita more than any other country. Is it liquor stores, donut shops, or hockey equipment stores?
Good question. I'll say donut shops.
You got it.
Oh, I got him. All right.
What is the name of Drake's character in Degrassi? Or what was the name of
Oh,
Drake's
my
character in
goodness.
Degrassi?
I never watched Degrassi. Oh, man. I don't know. I know he's in a wheelchair, but I don't know what his name is.
It was Jimmy.
Jimmy?
Jimmy. No points for Jimmy.
All right, we got 2 more left. What popular sitcom did Canadian actor Michael J. Fox star in as a child?
Oh, man.
Come on, that's an easy one.
I know. It should be, but I never. It was like just before my time.
Any guesses?
No, I don't know.
Family Ties.
Family Ties.
No points.
All right, and last one is going to be a true or false. Montreal is the world's largest French-speaking city after Paris.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
You got 2 options, true or false.
You got 6 out of 9 so far. So those 6s and 7s are waiting for an answer here.
I'll say false.
It's true.
I thought you were trying to trick me.
6 out of 10 you got?
All right, so we got a lot of people that said 6. We're going to figure out who won that. We'll announce it next. Matt on the spot today and a 60% score. We've got a little bit of a... we got some drama going on here this morning.
Gotta
Matt,
tabulate the votes.
yeah, Matt, you got 5 out of 10.
Oh,
5
dear.
out of 10. Yeah, you barely passed today. I did a recount. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the first 5, and then you got 1 right out of the last 5.
Uh-oh.
So that's 5 out of 10. So we're
I
retabulating
didn't
right
do
now.
very well at all.
No, you did absolutely.
But you're so convincing and confident. I'm like, oh yeah, 6 sounds right.
Yeah, I was just rolling with it. Tim's going to win. Tim Dawson. Congratulations, Tim. You got tickets to go check out the Weeknd. We had a lot of people said 6, so I apologize. After recounting and talking to Matt's parents about this. We don't like the cheating, Matt.
No,
He
very
ends up with a
honest here.
5. So congratulations, Tim. We'll reach out to you. We'll have more Weeknd tickets again tomorrow morning on CK Mornings to check out the Weeknd, Ford Field in Detroit. A little bit of the sad side of the Valentine's week is yesterday. It's Red Tuesday, or it was Red Tuesday.
I don't think I heard of Red Tuesday.
You never heard of Red Tuesday? Red
No.
Tuesday is the day, it's the most popular day for breakups, just before Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Oh, that's
yikes.
sneaky.
Yeah, so hopefully we're not talking to somebody right now we just triggered another cry. Oh, no! Red Tuesday is one of the most popular. They say those that broke up around Valentine's Day, 66% of them did it on the Tuesday before. And the reason was they couldn't bear the guilt of pretending to feel affection, the most romantic day of the year. That was the big one. And yeah, they just didn't want to have to deal with that pressure of faking it on Valentine's Day.
That kind of sucks. What if your
Yeah.
partner already got you stuff? But then I guess in the long run, it's better than leading them on and spending Valentine's Day together and you don't even like them.
Or like if I put on a fake face and a smile, we go out for dinner and I get you a gift, and I'm just not feeling it. And then what? I wait till the 17th, and then I'm like,
That
"Phew."
might hurt more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought everything was great on Valentine's Day. Yeah, well, just didn't want to flunk Valentine's Day. The old Red Tuesday.
I never heard of that before. I didn't know it was that popular.
You could also
Someone-
look at it as the Tuesday before Family Day. And you just didn't want to
like
spend a
their
long
family.
weekend.
Yeah, you don't want to spend time with their family. Right, coming off Valentine's Day, it's a double whammy. Jeannie texts in and say it's because people want to save money. That's the real reason people are breaking
think
up.
so?
I think because I feel like we hear a lot about that before Christmas too. People don't want to spend money on a Christmas gift for someone they're not that into, and so they break up a few weeks before Christmas or whatever.
And then they get back together in January, and then they're like, hey, we should give it another shot. And then early February, they're like, hey, listen, this just ain't working out.
Yeah, if you start to see that pattern, you know.
Yeah. So if you had like we're telling you this morning, you're like, yeah, I had to deal with a Red Tuesday. I got broken up with the Tuesday before Valentine's Day. And they get back together next week. Now, that's your red flag right there. That's because then like what's the next one? You might be with them from February
Birthdays.
17th until birthdays.
You gotta watch out. Who knows when your birthday is? They could spring that on you whenever.
Who's the guy that's doing that? That's like, I'm going to break up either the Tuesday beforehand to save money.
I know.
Matt?
No, I just do all my Valentine shopping on the 15th.
That's I love you so much. We're going to spend it on the day off, the 17th. That's what we're going to do. Hopefully Red Tuesday doesn't mean a thing to you and you got through just fine, because I don't want to be the trigger of another cry.
No,
I don't want to be that
fine.
one. Yeah. Save a couple bucks. Hey, it's cheaper on Saturday if we go out. You know what's even cheaper? Next Tuesday.
See you then. I was doing some grocery shopping yesterday. Had to get a few things. Was in the dairy aisle. I pick up my tried and true in my snack repertoire, Go-Gurts. I buy myself,
What are they?
the yogurt tube. Matt knows Go-Gurts, right?
Oh, yogurt?
Yeah.
Okay.
The yogurt tubes. A woman's next to me. She starts to talk. She's like, oh, my kids like this one. My kids like that one. In my mind, I'm like, I don't have kids. These are for me. I've had a Go-Gurt every morning since I was 8 years old, and I
Really?
still continue. Sometimes I'll
Really?
freeze them
Yeah.
if I want a little
That's a
ice
classic.
treat in the
Yeah.
summertime. I love it. I feel very immature doing it, but even though it's a kid food, I still love it. Go-Gurts are every morning for me. A nice little yogurt.
Wow.
Yogurt boost in the morning. I don't care. I feel like coming out of a tube, I don't know, it's better. They got cotton candy flavor now. I think that's the one. I was like, oh, cotton candy. I got to get my hands on that.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen these.
You
I'm
probably
just
have,
curious.
you just don't realize.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
big
back
with the
in my
kids.
day,
You don't have yogurt in a
we
tube.
didn't get yogurt in a tube.
Well, for real, back in my day, they used to have Trix yogurt. I wish they still had that, but they don't. But now I get the Go-Gurt tubes, and I eat those every day. It's my kid food that I still enjoy.
The biggest trick about Trix yogurt is that it's tricking you into thinking it's actually yogurt.
I know. I don't even think they could label it as
like,
yogurt. It was
How
like
can that be?
very
Like, that can't be good
alternative.
for you.
Well, that was good stuff, but that's besides the point.
Let's ask you today then, what is that kid's food that you still eat, that you're still, like, you lean into, you're not even hiding it? Is it Go-Gurts? What a name. Is it that? Is it something else? I got, as you were saying that, I'm jotting down a couple things already.
Okay,
I've got a couple.
I got one you guys both got talking to off air a few days ago, and in the back of my mind, I was like, I eat that once a week.
What's that?
Butter noodles. Matt was saying his kid only
Yeah.
eats butter noodles.
Just butter noodles with cheese.
Oh,
Like, that's it.
I do a penne, a little butter, maybe a little garlic seasoning, and maybe a little Parmesan. I love butter
You all right?
noodles.
Are you a couple bucks?
Butter noodles are delicious.
Really?
Just because you become an adult doesn't
There's
mean
so
you can
many
enjoy.
more flavor
I
options
like other
available now that
flavor
you're an
options.
adult.
I'm not one of those people who are like, no, I'm only eating butter noodles, but I enjoy a butter noodle. Once in a while, it strikes me. I'm like, plain old butter noodles. I don't need the sauce. I don't need Alfredo. I don't need tomato sauce.
Little Go-Gurt after a little dessert Go-Gurt?
Yeah, maybe.
What a gross. The ones I've got on my list are delicious.
Okay, I
You
got
can
one
judge.
my dad does a lot. I got to call him out too.
All right, 519-354-8684. Pizza Tonight studio lines are open. What is that kid's food you still eat? We'll get more coming up after 8:30. Lena's over there crushing Go-Gurts this morning. I'm learning all about Go-Gurts. So you're talking about
shocked.
foods that you as an adult still eat?
Kids'
Like
foods that you still enjoy. Because I have a Go-Gurt every morning.
Every morning,
and I know it looks kind of, like I would never come in here sucking on a Go-Gurt because I know it looks stupid, but I enjoy it. They have fun flavors. A little treat. You can freeze them.
519-354-8684. Our Pizza Tonight studio lines are open with a text, or if you want to call. What is that kid's food that you still eat? And no shame in your game.
No shame at all. Andrea says, I love candy, but my favorite is still Lick-a-Maid. That's the one with the powder and the sticker. She said, I'm 51 years old.
What a weird
LOL.
food that was. Like a weird treat that was.
That's a hard one to pull off as an adult. And it makes your tongue like crazy colors.
You know that one, Maddie?
Oh, Fun Dip.
Yeah, like a little
Yeah,
pack.
Yeah.
You'd have the stick and you'd lick it and then you'd jam it in. And then like your friend would have a different flavor and you'd be like, here, let me put my licked stick in there.
Yeah.
Ugh. And we would just all be eating that all together.
Yeah.
That'd be very odd as like an adult at a party. Hey, can I try your flavor?
Margaret says Cracker Jacks. And then soup and grilled cheese, which I don't know. Is that
That's
kids?
still a
Some of
classic.
them
That's a
transcend
classic,
that.
yeah.
What do you guys think about? Because I go to my ex's house once in a while. He's a big goldfish guy. What do you think about a grown person eating
Goldfish crackers?
with no kids? He eats gold. He has like he's like 20 different flavors of goldfish.
I can get behind it. I get it though because it's what your kid ate like the first. You'd always have like as a parent, you always had goldfish crackers around, and then you kind of just crush them on your own.
You know what my dad buys by the box load is cosmic brownies. You know, Little Debbie's, they're the little brownies, and they got the multicolored sprinkles. You know these, Matt?
Oh, yes.
Cosmic brownies?
Yes.
All those things like the Joe Louis, the Ding Dongs, like all those little
Twinkies, all those things, yeah.
Those are still great. Kelly says pizza Lunchables. Lunchables themselves. Yeah.
They're good. They still hit.
Oh, they still, yeah.
You know what I still
Everything
really
in one.
enjoy are Michelina's dinners or frozen dinners.
Oh,
I
yeah?
love some of the frozen
Really?
dinners are so
You ate
good.
those as a kid?
Yeah. They used to have like kid ones, I feel like.
Oh, really?
Oh.
519-354-8684. The kids the kids' food you still eat. I had on my list fruit roll-ups. I still love fruit roll-ups.
Really?
Yeah. Like I know it's not really fruit. It's just
Yeah,
all
or fruit
sugar.
by
But
the
like,
foot.
yeah.
That'd be a
So
nice
do you
little
actually
treat.
go buy it for yourself?
No, but if it's around, like if the
Right.
kids get it, I'm like,
Right.
I'm crushing it. Yeah.
You think you know what I've been thinking about buying myself, and I have to stop is Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos.
Those
Yes.
I always pass them in the store, and I'm like, don't do it, but I really want to do it. Margaret says my partner has a toddler lunch every day: a pudding cup, applesauce, cheese string, and a sandwich. Cheese strings are so good.
Yeah, we got cheese strings.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to find it. Oh, Gushers. That's what it was. Gushers. I love me
Gushers
some
too, yeah,
Gushers.
yeah.
Yeah, those are good. The one that I wish we still had, and I don't see these anymore, but as a kid, I loved the cheese and crackers. You know, it came in that little plastic thing, very sharp edges, and that little red stick.
Oh,
you
yeah.
just
They still
spread
have
it.
those. My
Do
kids
they
eat
have
those.
those?
Oh, yeah. They
Yeah,
got
they
them at
still have
the store for sure. Yeah.
You can get different ones. You can get like peanut butter ones.
You can get the
Yeah.
ones with like
cheese
that are like a
ones.
breadstick that you dip, or
Yep.
you can get the one with the little spreader.
Yeah.
Those are like kid charcuterie boards. That's what they feel like to me.
It's kid cootery. Okay, that didn't
That was good.
All right.
That was
You
good.
guys hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear, buddy.
Kids' food that you still crush right now. What are you eating, Matt? Like, what's your go-to?
I don't actually eat very many of the kids' snacks.
And you're the one
Yeah,
with the
with
kids.
all
I
that
know, yeah,
temptation?
no. As a kid, I used to crush that kind of stuff, but no, and even now, I don't crack open any of that stuff. I stopped eating cereal a couple years ago
Yeah, cereal's always.
because I used to be
yeah.
Captain Crunch. Like this is my go-to. Is like, yeah.
Yeah, you're getting old, Matt.
I know. Now I'm just eating like snacking on like cashews and stuff. And it's like, what's wrong?
Okay, highbrow. Another thing my dad does, not to pick on him, but he does like bologna roll-ups. You know, when you put a little mustard and you roll up the bologna and you eat that. You know what I'm talking about?
You just bologna sandwich with the bread.
Yeah, like you roll it up like a bologna cigar almost.
Bologna cigar.
I've never seen that.
Oh, that's a popular one. First time texter texted in arrowroot baby cookies. Baby cookies are so good.
Do you gnaw on them until they're like all mushy, just like a kid did?
Courtney says hot dogs and craft dinner.
Yeah. That's a
Okay,
solid
craft
one.
dinner. That's true. Yeah, weekends is like a staple for lunch.
Yeah, there's some good ones there. All I know what I'm having for lunch now: some Gushers, some Go-Gurt, fruit roll-ups,
Bologna roll-ups for your app.
bologna roll-ups.
Listen online every weekday morning at 94.3 CKSY.com. Weekends on in case you missed it, or tune into the podcast weekdays. Subscribe, rate, review, and tell your friends all about the CK Mornings in case you missed it podcast.